Good evening from Marie at Missy M Creations. I hope you are well. If you're catching me live, then please do say hi, and if you are catching up on catch up, then do let me know. And today it's Wednesday already, so we're on a one sheet wonder. So I have taken the words from Very Versailles and these leaves from Very Versailles. I've taken the Queen Anne's lace, the stamp and the infill from that set, and from Beauty Abounds I've taken the two kind of blobs and the splodgy one and also the butterfly. So I have started doing a little bit of prep, and I have chosen gorgeous Grape, purple Posy, Blackberry Bliss, Highland Heather and rich Razzleberry in the way of colours. So what it's like with a one sheet wonder, this is going to look completely different once I see it on the screen. So I've started playing, and I did like the DL cards I did the other day, so I have scored kind of where the DLs will go at either end. So I do want to make sure I leave space. I'm going to leave that space for a greeting on that one and this one here. So those corners I want to leave blank, and then potentially we may have another DL there, but I want to make sure I've got that centre area blank. So I've sort of created an oval as part of the stamping process, so definitely need to remember to keep those clear. So let's carry on with a bit of stamping. I haven't used any Highland Heather as yet, so I may do some little splodges to fill in some of the gaps. The cards I created yesterday with the Queen Anne's lace, easy for me to say, kind of really made me think, this might be rather nice as a one sheet wonder. So I thought, in conjunction with a few other things. So I have popped a few butterflies around. Hi Ali, haven't seen you for a little while. I hope you are well. All good with me. Managed to get out this morning on a lovely muddy walk across the water meadows. Try some rich raspberry in some of these blobs. Actually, my usual disorganised way, I haven't got my cardstock out. My rich raspberry needs re-inking. It's not quite coming out the right colour. Definitely needs a re-ink, but we can work with it. Glad to hear you are well. Is December a busy month for you at work, or quieter? And more importantly, have you made any Christmas cards yet? Blackberry Bliss is my darkest colour, so I might do some of the small blobs in that one. Definitely think this is going to be one that comes alive when I cut it up and create cards. I wouldn't say I like to have a panic. I like to have a panic about her. It's the 2nd of December already, you know. I don't even know how December got here. I mean, it's been one heck of a year, so I'm kind of I'll be glad to see the back end of it, as it were. I was going to say something else then and thought I'd better neaten that up. Yeah, I like kind of picking a range of colours and playing, but I definitely feel these are going to pop when we get the base cards on there. And I'm wondering, I might do more butterflies once I've cut the cards up. I'm thinking I might do a little bit of gorgeous grape, but not in the whole of this stamp. We've always got the option not to ink a whole stamp up. So I'm just inking up the tip of it, so that bit I want to keep clear, but I've got some bigger areas that I might... That bit's clear for a brick greeting, that bit's here. I have to keep reminding myself of that, otherwise I'll be stamping all over it and forgetting that I was supposed to be leaving gaps. That's the sort of thing I do, get overexcited and they'd be like, oh, I forgot. So yeah, I've kind of just inked half of that stamp. Oops, daisy, just knocked that one over. And I might pop some organised with the door wreath. I had that thought today because on the walk I did, we walked past a lot of houses and they all had wreaths up. I do think everybody's getting more organised early. We haven't got anything up yet, but we have a designated spot for the Christmas tree. Haven't got it yet. So that's just the infill that I'm using for the Queen Anne's lace, but obviously not infilling the stamp, just creating a funny little blob. Excuse my sniffles, I've had terrible sinus issues, so I'm loaded up with decongestants. Right, I think I might give that a go at maybe we need a... I feel like I need something there, but... Or maybe we'll put some splodges around that bit. Gorgeous grape. Let's go a bit of gorgeous grape there. Oh, so I used Highland heather last time, didn't I? It's definitely a point we do need to stop. I feel like it's getting there. Then I'll just need to grab some of the coordinating papers. I think that is my most favourite thing about Stampin' Up is all the coordination of papers and inks. Ah, shades of purple, yes. One of mine as well. So I'm going to grab some gorgeous grape paper. So if I grab some cardstock, I might go have a look at gorgeous grape. Maybe some Highland heather. Maybe Blackberry Bliss, and see when I've got some DL card bases somewhere, but I've put them somewhere safe. You know how it is in your craft room, that safe little place. Oh, I need to get another. It's the only bit of Blackberry Bliss I've got, so we'll probably may not be big enough. Oh, we may not be playing with Blackberry Bliss today, unless I can find, of course, I've got a pile of extra cardstock, but my Blackberry Bliss is about halfway down it, so that could... I'm guessing you don't fancy hearing a bang, crash and a wallop. I wonder where my DL card bases have gone. They're definitely somewhere. Anyway, why don't I try and work that bit out? Oh dear, gotta love a bit of planning ahead. So let's cut this. So I'm cutting this at 9.5. So I'm going to cut either end at 9.5, and then I get a bit in the middle. Which part of me is wondering how that might work quite nicely. On a note card, or we can do another DL and then have a stripe to put stripe. Stripe is not the right word, is it? A strip. Let's do another DL. So I'll show you how we use that strip so that we don't waste any of our paper. Anybody fancy playing Give Us a Clue where I might have ended up? Tell me all the funny places that I might have put my craft bases. I had about 6 of them. Pile. You've got to love a bit of organisation. My live tomorrow might be me tidying my craft room. Stuff everywhere. Should we just make some more? They're somewhere very sensible. You know they are. However, let's get some Whisper White Thick. So I do like to use Whisper White Thick for card bases. Obviously that we save for labels or sentiments and all sorts of other things. So we only get one out of a piece of card, but while I about that one, so that fits. So I need to cut a little bit off the ends, but that's fine. So let us have a look at the different ways. So that is on Gorgeous Grape. I'm not sure my bit of Blackberry Bliss is going to be long enough. But you can instantly see how the base colour that you use totally changes the way that card is going to look. Now my dimensions are going to... So that is, so we need a 10. So again, I know some people use different measurements, but I stick with, so we need to take a ½ centimetre off that bit. I take ½ centimetre off each dimension just because it makes my life easier to work out ½ centimetre, centimetres. I know some people do different. Which is fine. Some people do 0.4s and that sort of thing. But instantly, how different it looks on that. I wonder if I can get away with this bit of Blackberry Bliss. I think I might. Let's give it a whirl because it is the width of... So by the time I've taken a ½ off and a centimetre off this one, it should hopefully fit. Yay! Now all these little bits that I'm cutting off, that's possibly too short. Yes, that is too short. Those little bits are too short. But this longer piece looks fantastic if you add it across the card. So you could do it at the bottom, or you could do it at the top, or we could possibly even cut it into two and do it down the side. So always keep those little extra bits because they do add a really nice little bit of detail. So, oh, we've got one on Highland Heather, one on Blackberry Bliss, and Blackberry Bliss is one of my favourites. It's quite a dark colour, but I do love it as a colour. It's a real sort of vibrant colour. Now I think that one lends itself to being in a portrait style because then we can have a nice sentiment going across, and because this is paler, that sentiment can go right across. So I think I'm going to cut the centimetre off that end. We have the choice to cut it off either end, or could have done ½ centimetre either end, or a full centimetre at one end, but I quite like this Queen Anne's lace being complete there. So then what I tend to do, I will just put these, is do the sentiment in the same colour as the background card. Sorry, I was lost in you see, having a card that just says best wishes is quite handy, isn't it? So we could just have a best wishes popped there, or might actually make that that way up. going to have the best. I'm going to do that way up. See, that's a joy of a one sheet wonder as well. We can turn that around. So best wishes we're going to pop there. This one we would have more space. So maybe we can use, I know you have the strength to get through this, and then what we could put is "and I'll be right by your side" could go on the inside of the card. And then that one, I feel I need a bigger no, I want a long sentiment. I think a nice long sentiment across there, so that might take a little bit of time to find the perfect sentiment, unless you can think of something off the top of your head that I might have in my many sets. I can almost guarantee that you could come up with most sentiments, and I would in sets, and I'd go, oh yes, I have got that. But simply, so using the Blackberry Bliss, best wishes there, and what I might do is add a few more butterflies. So I like them to kind of look like they're coming onto the I don't think maybe that needs, I think you can go too crazy with these things sometimes. So there you go, that's one. Not glued together, obviously, but essentially you can use your glue of preference to glue cards together and your preferred measurements. We're kind of keeping that central to that. And then I will find a sentiment and show you what I choose, because I do like that one in the portrait. So we're keeping these two as a landscape, but you can see from one sheet wonder how picking different colours for the cardstock that you use completely changes the way that the card kind of looks. It makes different colours pop, which is what I absolutely love. So hopefully that's inspired you. As I say, I'm going to find a greeting and I'm going to pop it on there, and then I'll share it with you later. So look out later for a post on what greeting I find for that one. I just want the perfect one to go right across. But yeah, hopefully that has inspired you to play with either those colours or those sets, and I will look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Take care of yourself. Have a safe evening. Bye bye.